Hey y'all, and welcome to the Ladywing Designs channel. My name is Zakia. It's Sunday, February the 23rd, 2020, and it's in the morning. There's lots of sunlight or daylight. It's not necessarily sunny. But anyway, so we are here to do a craft with me video, and it's going to be knitting today. So yeah, let's just jump in. Welcome to everyone that's watching, whether you're a new viewer or a returning viewer. It's going to be kind of weird. I'll probably go between looking like I'm staring somewhere else and looking directly at you guys. I'm still getting used to filming on my new tablet. So, well, it's not new. I haven't really used it yet for a proper video, but as in one that you guys have actually seen. There's been lots of recording, but they all got deleted. Anyway, yeah, so I got a tripod from my dad for Christmas, and I bought myself a new tablet back in November for my birthday, so yay, looking a little fancier now. Yeah, so that's that situation. So if I'm looking between the two spots, I'm just probably remembering that I'm not looking directly at the camera. Okay, this is my Cozy Memories blanket because I'm sure someone will ask. It's all fingering weight, scraps over like 2 years. I finished all the squares last year. No, the ends are not all woven in. They probably never will be, honestly. Okay, so what am I working on today? Oh, I'm wearing my Rosemont cardigan by Hannah Fettig. I don't know what this weird stain is on my shirt. I don't think it ever comes out when I wash this shirt, but the shirt's clean. Anyway, so what we're working on today is, let me show you a picture of it first, the Shisui Shrug by Suzanne Summer, or Sosu Knits. That's what she is on Instagram. So, well, maybe that didn't help. Maybe you didn't need the brightness. I think having the window open is not helping either. But anyway, you can see there, it's a shrug. I mean, it's named the Shisui Shrug, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a cardigan. But anyway, yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture of the back without showing you pattern. So I don't know. I think you guys can see that a little better there. Bright yellow nail coming at ya. So there's this giant brioche section in the center, and the fronts are also brioche right there. And then there are garter panels. I'll show you a bit better on the actual thing. So I am working on my sleeve increases now. This is the right side. So you can see there's brioche here in the center, and then these eyelets go right along your shoulder and down your arm. Yeah, so like the sleeve parts will have this pretty garter, and then the fronts will have the garter here and some more brioche. So yeah, I'm super in love with this. I started this last week. Yes, I don't remember what day, but I started this last week, and I'm just in love. I think that I might actually be working on this up until it's finished, because I'm honestly now afraid with so many stitches on the needle that I'm gonna sit it down and then not come back to it. So this is the right side, so the side that's written to be worn on the outside. You can see there's this tan color on the front of the brioche, and then the garter, I think both colors pop through very well. Whoops. So oh, great. So the fun thing, I just pulled a giant stitch, so that's wonderful. Um, I think my nail caught. Sorry guys. Okay. This is real knitting life happening right here, right now. Just need to get that bit of nail off of there. Okay, well. I love my nails and I'm crying deep on the inside while I'm destroying them, but it was destroying my knitting and that's not acceptable. Okay, I'll have to deal with this in a second. Oh wait, I almost got it. Kind of. Anyway, I kind of fixed it. Now everything's just like gross. I'll have to fix it later. But anyway, okay. So I was showing you my colors. We're back. So you can see on the brioche, there are two sides to brioche, right side and a wrong side. You can usually just turn it over and wear it. It's brioche usually makes things reversible depending on what you're doing. So you can see on this side is this light brown color. I'll show you this yarn in a second because it has speckles, but I think they're blowing out. And then on the back here, you can see, well, I think you can see that the brioche has the rainbow yarn on the front. So the two colors that I'm using right now, I'm using 4 completely different colors for this. So this is Hypnotic Yarn in Gingerbread Man. I don't remember how old this is. Maybe 2 years now. Either 2017 or probably 2017 is when I got this. But anyway, this was a Christmas colorway. You can see it has the really pretty green and red and brown speckles in there. And so this is the light color that I'm using right now. And then the dark color that I'm using, the background color, is Vivid Yarn Studio in Melted Crayons. It's kind of muted on the tablet screen, but it's very, very vibrant. Like, it seriously looks like a box of Crayola. It's perfect. So that's what I'm using right now. And then this pattern calls for basically 800 yards of 2 colors if you knit it to pattern. But she puts in the pattern, like, use scraps, use whatever. Yeah, so I stashed dough for this because I cannot be buying more yarn right now. So the next light color, so actually what I'm going to do, because this skein is 400 yards and the other one, Melted Crayons, is 463. Keeping this project in a Manicory Creations bag. That's her logo. I'll link her in the show notes. So I have another skein because I have a sweater quantity of this color. So I pulled this. When this skein runs out, I'm going to start using this one so that I can keep going with it through this rainbow color. I think. We'll see. I'm not quite sure, but I have it there just in case. It's going to be a game time decision. So the next color, the next light color that I'm going to use is Lavender Loom Yarn Company. There's her logo. Love that logo. Oh my gosh. And this is Dances with Wolves. I've had this for so long. I've just been saving it because I love it so much. Slide that down so you can see the gorgeous colors. Oh, I love it. So I've been saving this for a while. Most of these skeins I have been. And I just thought it looked perfect with it. So we're going to move into this next on the front. I like that it'll kind of keep the rainbow part going. And then my next dark color, again dark, the next background color is Beach Bum Yarns, and it's Oh Dear, the Oh Dear colorway. Deer like the animal. And this is also 463 yards, and this is 400 yards, so we'll just kind of see. I am thinking of, now that I say that, it might actually be good to use some of the other skein so that I don't run out of my light color. That might be good. Yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. That's where we're at. I am working on my sleeve increases. I think that that's all that I really wanted to say about the cardigan. It's still early in the morning. I've only been up for like an hour, so still kind of getting my brain together. This is going to be kind of my wake me up knitting. Okay, so one of the other really cool things, I mean, I guess, I don't know, depending on how cool you think it is, I think it's pretty cool. But with brioche, so, and this is, there's what's called one pass brioche, where you're working with both colors as you go down the row. It makes it a little faster because you're not having to come back and work over the row twice. I'll show it in a second, but I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. But I'm doing two pass brioche, which is kind of, I guess, the traditional way to do two color brioche flat. So, or I guess in the round two. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. I've never done one pass brioche either. I'm perfectly fine doing two pass brioche. So you can see, so this is where I'm starting from, and then I'm gonna work this way across my stitches. You can see that I've already worked across this row. So I'm on row 7 in the pattern. This is row 7 that I'm on. And I've worked across it with the light color. So it's just waiting over here. And then you come back and, sorry, there's a lot of stitches on this needle right now. And then you come back with the dark color. You can see it's the rainbow yarn. And then you work across the stitches again. So, yeah, I love it. It takes a little longer because you're working each row twice, but once you get into the rhythm of it, it's not that bad. Okay, so let me get myself all set up here. I usually pull up the pattern on my tablet, but since I'm recording on my tablet, I'm on my phone, which is why I have my glasses on, that I totally almost forgot to mention. They're really not a big deal at all. No, this is the right spot. Okay. They're just reading glasses. They're not, I don't wear them all the time or anything. But they help bring things a little closer to my face, so since I'm working off of my phone right now, I thought that would be better because it's a smaller screen. And I also got my nose pierced for the second time, actually. I don't think I ever showed the other one on camera. I think it fell out before I got the chance to. I did have the other nostril. I had a stud in the other nostril. I'll probably get that re-pierced eventually, but not right now. So I hope you've all been well. The channel has been very much on a hiatus. I just haven't really felt like... Sorry, I'm trying to keep my phone screen on. We gotta change the timeout settings. Not all of the craft with me videos are gonna be like this, but we're getting back in the groove. It's all good. You're probably not paying attention to me anyway, right? You're listening and stitching or knitting yourself, so. Or maybe you're doing chores because listening to people chat to you about their crafting is helping you get through it. In which case, I'm glad I can help. But yeah, so I just haven't really felt like filming anything. The whole weekly update idea just hasn't been appealing to me, so I just haven't done it. Yeah, I mean that's really all I can say about that. I just haven't felt like it, and so I didn't. But my mojo has been all over the place. There's been a fair bit of knitting so far. I've kind of got my sock mojo back. At least I did before I started this garment, because now I just want to work on this. I mean, I haven't even felt like stitching since I started this. I'm really enjoying knitting again, so it's nice to have it back. Stitching wise, like I said, I kind of have lost my stitching mojo for the moment. It's definitely going to come back. I'm planning on picking up Thanksgiving. I don't know if it'll be today. I should, but we'll see. So, uh, yeah, speaking of stitching, so I might pop in pictures here. I'm not sure. I won't say whether I will or not, just in case I don't. But I've started, not a ton, but, well, a lot lately. I've been starting new things, but started a few cross-stitch projects already this year, which is not what I wanted to be doing. At the end of my whip parade video for this year, which is up on the channel if you haven't watched it or missed that notification or whatever, it's on the channel. I told you that I had 24 whips that I brought into the year, and then I had already started one at the time of that video, so I was at 25 whips. Guys, I don't even know what I'm at now. I just don't feel like thinking about it, but I'm at probably like 27 whips, I think, right now. I don't know, 27 maybe. Most recent, if you follow me on Instagram, which I'm pretty much Ladywing Designs everywhere. Hopefully I had some type of screen or something before telling you where you can find me, but all of that is also linked below in the description box, so you can just scroll down and click there as well. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I started Arjesh by Caroline of Off the Grid. Or, oh my gosh, Caroline did, okay, let's just, can you tell I'm still clearly like waking up and getting into this? Caroline of Off the Grid is stitching Savon, which is by Landmark Tapestries and Charts. It's a whole series. It's 12 patterns in the collection, the Tapestries collection. Or, no, Tempesta collection, my bad. They're beautiful. You should look at them. But Caroline has stitched 9 out of the 12. 2 of them she's not doing, and right now she's working on her last one, which is Savon. And every time that I see her working on Savon, I, ooh and ah over it, just like a lot of you do, I'm sure. And I had said, eventually maybe I'll buy that and I'll start it, because I love the colors. The pattern's super pretty. I love geometric patterns. So, I just kept saying that every time she worked on it. And then eventually, with so many people wanting to get their hands on it, she suggested, why don't you just get the companion piece to it, Arjesh, and then, you can get the color conversion for Savon. Well, she showed her, like, a picture of her actual stitching of the companion piece, which is called Arjesh, and it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So I'll show you. Hold on. Let me just stop my knitting mojo for a second. I'll just reach over and show you because I have it right here. So this is the pattern. So this is Arjesh, the one that I'm doing. I don't know, again, I feel like these colors are a little wrong on the tablet. So there we go. You can see that there are 12 in this collection. Hopefully you can see all of them. Okay. Yeah. So I think they're on this side. Here's, oops, the camera's on the other side, honey. So here's Savon, which Caroline is doing. I feel like it leans a bit more towards the cool colors. And then Arjesh. So Caroline, when she showed this, she was like, yeah, the colors are not necessarily the same on, on this graphic, which happens a lot. That's not uncommon. But I just love this one. There you go. I'm in love with this. So I haven't really been stitching a lot, like I said, since I started knitting this garment, but this blue I did last week, and I'm kind of excited to get back to it. So, okay, I said it was a craft with me. There you go. I showed you some stitching, whatever. Yeah, so that'll get picked up again soon. Definitely, because it's very easy. It's a full coverage pattern. You will stitch every single thread by the time you're done with that, but I'm okay with that. I love full coverage projects. It allows me to not have to worry about my carrying of threads quite as much, because I love to carry threads. But yeah, it's full coverage. I think it's 187 by 187, so not too terrible, and it's a lot of block colors, geometric patterns, so it's a very mindless project, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying all of my crafting lately. I just seem to be floating, back and forth between the stitching and the knitting. Sometimes it seems kind of hard to manage, but I think it's just about doing whatever is calling to you, and I try to just remind myself of that. I'd planned for a while now. I've been saying, as in like the last 2 months, I've been saying, okay, I really want to sit down and start doing Stitch with Me's. I thought I was going to vlog at first, and I still might. There might be some vlogging that happens in the future, but it just wasn't happening. I would get a few clips every time I started the idea over. I mean, I think I recorded probably like 3 vlogs worth. And I just wasn't happy with any of them, so that's why they all got deleted, and that's okay. I've been posting on Instagram, so I'm not completely MIA. And if you do follow me on Instagram, thanks for being over there and liking and commenting and responding. And I mean the same for here on YouTube. I think I'll have to check again to see if there are any new comments, but I am caught up on comments as far as I know on the channel. I'm going to try to stay on top of that. But yeah, I hope you didn't come here for a sensical video. It's just kind of rambling, stream of consciousness. Yeah. Sunday morning, chatting with a friend, getting some crafting in. Ooh, so let's do this. Um, let's have a little topic. What? Okay, so what are you guys? We'll just start off easy this week because I didn't think about this beforehand at all. What are you guys doing while you're watching or listening? I'm gonna try to. The goal is to have this up sometime on Sunday. Like I said, today's the 23rd of February. So the goal is to have this up sometime today. Is kind of a Sunday chat. In the future, I might record on Saturday, like afternoon or evening, so that they can upload and be ready by Sunday mornings. Because I think that would be really nice to just wake up and have a video to sit and chat with. So yeah, what are you guys up to? Or I say guys, but you know, not being gender exclusive here. What's everyone working on? Are you knitting? Are you stitching? Are you doing another type of craft, which is wonderful? Tell us about it. Are you doing chores? Getting some adulting out of the way? What is happening with y'all today? I need to go to the I need to go to the grocery store. Yeah, so leave a comment below. I'm pretty sure. I felt like that was obvious, but just in case. Yeah, I need to go to the grocery store today. That would be really good. I also need to study for school, get some work done. So for those of you who maybe are new, or, you know, I don't talk about it all the time because this is my escape, the channel and my Instagram. There's a reason why I don't have a bunch of stuff about school or my personal life on there. It's my escape. I just want to talk about crafting. I don't want to talk about the other stuff. But yeah, so I am a student at the University of Alabama. So I'm in Alabama. I'm still down here for school. Still finishing up my bachelor's degree. I'm almost done. I'm majoring in hospitality management. Yeah, that's kind of the rundown. I mean, you know, it's not anything crazy. But I am almost done. Just one semester after this one. Hopefully, if everything plays out right, which it should. So, one more semester after this one. Okay. These rows are very long now, so even though it's brioche, it's not that bad to really work on doing a craft with me video. So yeah, groceries today. Sorry, I don't know where the long rows thing came from. That just, yeah. Every time I start a new row, I'm like, okay, we're in it for the long haul. Because this is kind of a better view. And you can see, like, this is not even all stretched out. Like, the stitches are very scrunched up on this needle. Now, I do that on purpose because it makes it easier to slide them up the needle if I just have a bunch of them. You can see, this is literally what I do. I just jam a bunch of stitches up here, and then I'm kind of holding them all in my hand, and then it's easier to just slide them off the needle. Now, that being said, it's easier to just slide them off the needle, so you do have to be careful about how close you're putting them to the needle so that you don't accidentally drop a bunch of stitches, because been there, done that, and it's not fun. all the tangents today. Okay, so I looked up at the screen just then and was not recording a single thing. I don't know how long I'd been talking after it cut off. Um, so that's what that little transition was. Um, but that's fine. It's whatever. I was really just rambling anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna work across this row. I'm on the last row of this repeat that I'm doing. I'm just repeating a few rows to get my sleeve increases done, and then it'll be time, whoops, okay, then it'll be time to separate for the sleeves, which is always fun. It's always a milestone in knitting a garment, knitting a sweater or a cardigan, something like that. Separating the sleeves is great, especially if not only because you get rid of some of the stitches off of the needles and it's not quite as many. But anyway, like I said, it got cut off. I have no idea what I was talking about. I was really rambling anyway. I hope that you all are having a good weekend or week whenever you watch this. I just hope you're well. Enjoying whatever project you're working on. Or whatever, I don't know, just whatever you're doing. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I did want to, because I just love them so much, and you might have even noticed if you have, like, glanced up at all. Because I'm sure, because that's how I am too. I put somebody on, I look up when they start talking about a project and showing stuff, and then I look back down and I'm doing whatever I'm doing. But look up and you can see my fabulous nails because, yeah, I just love them. Yeah, so the boyfriend and I went out last night, a little a little bit of a social life. I don't know if any of you, I mean, not that I follow it a ton, but my boyfriend does. Um, he likes UFC fights, and last night was the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Yeah, it didn't. I mean, obviously I wanted. Okay, so we were rooting for Deontay Wilder, and it would have been nice for Wilder to win. He didn't. Spoiler alert. But I really just wanted a fight, and it wasn't one. But it's okay. It's okay. But anyway, so we went out to that, watched it with some friends, and I got my nails done to match my dress. That was a long roundabout way to say that. So, yeah, there's a yellow stripe in the dress, and also it's gold, it's yellow. I don't need to explain because it's my favorite color. And I just love it. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I might just keep my nails yellow for a while. I'm kind of thinking about it. I really like this specific shade of gold as well. It's the exact color that I'm in love with the most. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying looking looking down at my nails while I knit. I usually, and you might have even noticed, I'm sure I've done it just out of habit. I can knit without looking. I can't, I don't think I can purl without looking. Or maybe if I can't, I don't know. I feel like I can't. I don't try to purl without looking. I just feel like I'm gonna miss the stitch or only grab part of it or something. But I can knit without looking, and that does come in handy. I love to go to the park or wherever and just walk around and take a sock or something easy to just knit on round and round. Oh, it's the best. You don't have to look, which is good because I need to be looking where I'm going, where I'm stepping, because I'm already clumsy. I don't need help with it. I need some good sock knitting. I'm so ready for spring and some warmer weather. Not ready for it to be, burning. I know it's coming. I'm never going to be ready because I don't want it to be that hot. But, when you live in Alabama. But I am ready for a little bit warmer weather and more sunlight. I think it's going to be great. I'm ready to go walking at the park more, walking around campus, sitting out on campus on the quad. Yeah, it'll be great. That'll probably be when my sock mojo picks up again. Plus, by then I'm hoping to have this done. It would be. I mean, we'll see. It would be really nice. Those cooler nights or cooler mornings, I could wear it. I'm gonna live in this when I get it done. I know it. I can feel it. I'm just so in love with the colors. And it's been so long since I've had a knitting finished object, especially a garment, which is sad because I have 3 garments. Well, technically one of them isn't on the needles at all, but it's a work in progress. I have 3 sweaters. Well, a cardigan and 2 sweaters. I'll get back to them eventually. The cardigan I would like to finish for the same reason as this one. Those cooler nights and mornings. Because it's still chilly. It's still warming up a bit. Like today, I think it's probably going to be in the 50s. So not too cold, but also not warm. So it would be nice to have a hand knitted item on my body. I say that like I don't have a bunch of shawls. I don't know why that is, but I wore all of my shawls. If you saw on Instagram back during the fall, I was posting every day when I would wear, or whatever days when I was wearing different hand knit items, and I saved them all. They're still on my profile in a story highlight. It's at the end. It's called Knitwear. But just showing off some of the stuff that I have that I do wear. But apparently, I only wear those things during the fall. It got to the winter, and I haven't worn any of that stuff. So I don't really understand that. I don't see how that helps. I was wearing them. We were doing good. I need to get back to that. Maybe that'll be the goal this week. Try to wear some of my hand knits. And speaking of weeks, I think we're going to do a little Sunday craft with me chat every week, every other week. I think that would be really nice. I will get back slowly but surely. I'll get back to doing update videos. I don't know if I don't know if they'll be monthly, bi-weekly, weekly. I'm not sure. Eventually, I might try to vlog and do some of that again. Because I do really enjoy vlogging. And I haven't really done any since, well, that you've seen. I haven't done any since Arbitrary August. So that would be nice. Okay. Making sure I'm doing the right thing here. I said I was going to stop after that row, but I was still kind of in the middle of my thoughts, so that's okay. We'll go for a few more minutes here. Yeah, I don't want these won't be super long or anything. Sometimes they'll be knitting, sometimes they'll be stitching. When I do stitching ones, sometimes they might be like this, just so I can do it on the tablet. Sometimes they might be on my phone, which if you remember if you watched or go back and watch, they're on the channel, the 2 Crash With Me videos from before where they were stitching, that was on my phone. I have a gooseneck clamp, and it's not up or anything where you can see it, but I have a gooseneck clamp that I used with my phone when I did those videos. So the Stitch With Me videos might have to be on that setup, just because I think it would be a bit better for you to actually be able to see, up close as I'm stitching. But we might also do some like this, where, you're just literally watching me stitch, and maybe you're just looking at me holding my Q-snap instead of the actual stitches. I don't know. We'll see. Well, and my yarn just rolled away from me. It's fine. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't remember. So, yeah. I think we're good. Very rambly, and they might all, I'm sure that they'll all kind of be stream of consciousness for at least part of them. Some days maybe I will do some tags or something, but like I said, it's mostly just me sitting down, crafting, chatting with you all. Yeah. Enjoying some Sunday time. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's my neighbor. Hopefully you can't, but just in case it did pick up. I'm so excited about this garment. Oh no, okay, see, I stopped paying attention. Okay, I did the increase on that side, didn't do it on this side, and a tinking we go. So if you don't know, see, I was gonna stop it, and here we go with another topic. So if you don't know, tinking is undoing your knitting. Well, I don't want to say knitting backwards because that's actually a technique. Yeah, so undoing, really that's what it is. It's undoing your knitting. And tink is knit spelled backwards. So knit, K-N-I-T. If you flip that around, it's T-N-I-K. That's tink. So that's what I'm saying when I say that. And actually, the counter that I used, I don't know if it'll to show it on here. Hold on. Well, that wasn't helpful, now was it? You can see on all my apps right there. Oh, well, that's blurry. No, well, you just got a giant hand. Sorry about it. Okay, anyway, knitting. You can kind of see it. That's the counter that I use. It has it where you can keep up with repeats and your rows, all that. It's fairly simple. It's good for keeping up with repeats, but you can't keep up with like multiple different sets of repeats or anything, so it's limited, but it works for me. But anyway, so I'm literally going into the stitch and pulling the yarn back out, and then here's the stitch. If I were knitting normally, I would go into that. So now it's back on the needle. So that's tinking. I'm literally undoing my knitting because I forgot to do an increase. It's not the first time. Get to chatting and then you just forget. I get to knitting, I get to talking, and I get to knitting, and my hands just go. Sometimes, do you ever do that? I do that with my stitching as well. I'll be like, okay, you need to do 3 stitches, or you need to do 10 stitches, whatever. And then I look back down, because I work my rows, usually. If it allows, if the pattern allows, I work half the stitch down, and then come back and do the other half of the stitches. And sometimes I'll just get going, get thinking about whatever I'm thinking about, or doing something, talking to somebody, doing something as I'm like watching something. And then next thing I know, I've got like 20 half stitches. You have to undo it. Okay, we are back in business. I do think that's a sign though. So before I happen to mess up anything more important than that, I am going to leave you all. Plus this is about 45 minutes, so that's good. It's way longer than I wanted it to be. So yeah, I will see you all at some point. Like I said, I haven't felt like filming, and I did today, so we're doing it, but I'm not going to push myself. Hopefully I'll be back with an update video for you all soon. I might try to get that done this week for you guys. It's the end of February now, and all you have is the whip update, or the whip parade. So and that was where I was on things at the beginning of the year, so we need to show you guys what I'm working on, what I've been doing. It's a handful of projects. I'm really enjoying them. So until that video, whenever that happens, or until next Sunday when we sit down and chat again, happy knitting, happy stitching, happy crafting, and I will see y'all later. Bye y'all.